So today's a good day, right? Posted a couple pictures a couple days ago. Got my flat side carbs in. Got the motorcycle lift out. So today we're gonna do some carb work on the 900 SS. Take off the old Mikunis. We're gonna put on some flat sides. You can see I got all kinds of other stuff going on today, or in the shop. Got a motor over there, got a transmission over there, got a truck mounted to the frame over here, even though it's temporary. I got my engine hoist set up. I got the load leveler, so we can get everything fitted, get those motor mounts welded in, get the transmission mounts hooked up. But today I'm gonna do this for myself, right? So we're gonna work on the Ducati and put some carbs on. So I upgraded the ramp, chock, block, holder, thingamajigger. But it sticks out too far. And it bothers me, right? It used to fit flush up against the wall, now it doesn't. So I'm gonna do that first. Then we're gonna get started on the carbs. Okay, so we're gonna trim. I'm not gonna weld the nuts in. I'm gonna drill a hole, put a nut in there, so I got my tie down marks. We'll have everything like we need it. So this shouldn't take very long. I'm also trying something new. So if you look over here, there's another camera. 2 cameras. Just call me Steven Spielberg, right? So we'll run off of this one, then I can do close-ups off of that one. Should come in more handy when we're working on the carbs. I want to be able to get in there, get y'all in close to see how it's done. Okay, wait. I want to get y'all in close to show you how I do it. It may not be how it's done, but it's just the way I do it. So if I can do it, you can do it. It's pretty straightforward. It's like plug and play, pretty much. But for some of y'all, it may be a little, you may be new to it, right? So we'll see. Let me kick this thing on. It's gonna mean so much more editing for me. Seriously, it's gonna mean so much more editing trying to piece these two together. So cut me some slack on the first 100 or 200, okay? So, wheel of death. Make sure you got your eye pro and your ear pro on. Okay. So that's probably an M10. I'll be right back. need a handhold. Okay, come on. Woo! This sumbitch. It's because I don't have the wheels locked. It's okay. Just need to get over the hump. Got it. Now we'll stay, sort of, right? Right? Slick shoes. Fresh paint. So that's why we use the straps anyway, so it doesn't fall off. Now we're gonna have to take the throttle off, so I'm gonna go up underneath to the triple tree for my tie down. Texas, love bugs. We hate love bug season. I got a cure for that. So, dollar store, $1. You can buy that stuff from Honda for like, what, 10 bucks a can? For some reason they really hate the mirror. If you didn't know, this is the real trick. Stop looking at that. So we got to get these off. Can we do it without taking this off? Yes. Can we do it without taking this off? Yes. But for you, just for you, I'm gonna take all this off so you can see better. Okay? First, let's disconnect our electronics. Over here is your gas shut off. Let's close the gas. I'm gonna pull these two gas lines off this vent tube out. This is disconnected. And then we'll pull the tank off. Oh, you know what? You're kind of dumb sometimes. Yeah, I know. Is it even? It's twisting. Okay. $83 pliers. Just fell off. Get out of the fucking way, dude. Dripping. You're not supposed to drip. So what we're going to do is make a loop for now. Because we're going to have to drain the tank, pull this off, and replace that O-ring, I'm sure. Full of gas. Get it away from me. Okay, so everything's disconnected off the tank. And then right here is our pin. Don't lose the washer. Put the washer back on. Put the Put the pin back in so you don't lose it. Tank will lift off. That's heavy. That's a lot of gas. So next, I'm gonna pull battery. Off, and then we're gonna need snips. Screw it. I'm just gonna pull the side covers. Love bug guts. Road grind. We got cleaning to do. Again. So now we got easy access to everything. Right? I could even get on a stool. This is what working with the camera's like. So I took these out. This whole shebang should come up. That looks like a fucking mess. The only other thing is nothing. this, and all of this back like that. Yes. So that's all out of the way. There's a vent hose. This goes to ground, battery tender, so we have access to the carbs and whatnots, right? So let's get these filter pods out of the way. So this and this are vents. This is choke. This is vent. We can pull that. Uh-oh. Did you die? Battery's on fire. Vent hose. Pull that off. I'm going to keep that maybe. This is a vent hose. Pull that off. We're going to keep that maybe. And then this is a vent hose. Pull that off. I'm going to keep that maybe. So it's cleaner already. Fuel line is right there. It's a pain to get to. I'm gonna take this, and fuel's gonna spill out, I'm sure. Fuel left in this line is going to spill out. I'm going to take loose this choke cable, and then it'll just pop out. It will just pop out like that. Okay, so choke cable's loose. So now I got to take the throttle cables off. So I'm right here. So really, all we gotta do is loosen this bottom one, right? But you gotta hold this one and twist this down. And the same thing on this one. You're killing me, Smalls. Yes. Okay. Both of those are loose. But we're right in here, so you pick up on this thingamajig, wiry thing, and you gotta thread it through and it'll come out. And then for the bottom one, which is technically on the top, you have to shove it up or rotate it forward. See that slack right there? But it's easier to just pull the carb out and take it loose that way. So we're going to pull the carb out. And here, I'm going to loosen this clamp. Get in my way. So if your clamp spins, then you're pretty much free, right? Leave it on this end, on the intake side. We just loosen the carb side. Now we can pull these whole carbs off. So we're just gonna grab them, and we're gonna kind of give them a rotate and a pull. See? And now this is stuck. So carbs are full of gas, don't forget. And then this fucking cable. I'm gonna get a pair of needle nose pliers. I'm gonna dig that out of there. I got it. What are you doing? You're such a dick. You just hung up on there for no reason. Seriously. Okay, carbs are free. There's a little gas in there. Gonna get that out. But everything else looks good. Gas right here. So when you got the carbs off, there's the cables. These are drain lines for the old carbs. Probably going to reroute those, but you know, now would be a good time to come in here and clean all of this stuff off again. So we'll do that in just a second. First, you look over here. We're going to have to pull off this whole throttle assembly because the new throttle assembly comes with its own setup, right? We have to save our grip. And then we have to pull off the mirror, pull all this off. So here's where the stock assembly runs through for the cables. This looks like it goes behind this, so this is a ground. This is aluminum plate that somebody fabricated. Yeah. Okay, so that whole thing's coming off. And we're gonna have to redo it. I mean, it'll work for now, but it's too long. Should be over here, so that these cables can go around. See, if I touch the back of the screen, then I can see what I'm looking at. I like that. You turn off. Thanks. So that's just an 8. really short. Oh, that works. And there's a fucking, yes there is, a nut with a nut that's too long. Got it. Okay, you stay here. You come out. There is a ground on there. I don't know what they did here. I mean, I know what they did. I'm distracted by ugly things. So bear with me. I didn't really, well, you know, when I was doing this bike the first time, a couple months ago, I had a self-imposed deadline to go to a car show in Dallas, well actually Cleburne, Texas. So I didn't really look at this that much. So one of these bolts is not like the other. Gonna fix that. And then, oh my shit, look what they did. Okay, don't freak out. I guess this, so it would cool better. That's my guess. So I'll pull this off. Yes. And then I'm gonna pull this off. Yes. And that will get trimmed to fit better. But so if you want this, that ground to run to this bolt, right? It's inside rubber. So whatever this went to, it wasn't really grounded, because the only contacts it was making was with that piece of aluminum and the piece of aluminum that was touching this painted piece of frame. So not a good ground in my opinion. Looks like it's right here in this piece of harness. Yep, it is. And we will have to figure out another place for that. So could we possibly, no. Now I've made a clean spot. This has to get cut. And then this comes back. Will this even fit? It has to fit because it went in there. Right? It has to fit because it went in there. Yeah. And that's going to have to get debugged and cleaned. So we will set that over to the side. Let me switch around and take a look. So, no offense, right? I don't mean offense. Well, no, I don't. I'm talking. But this is what I call OPW. Other people's wiring. So there's no way to know what the hell is going on here. But see this? So they put a black tape on this end of the wire. So we're going to put black on this side so we know that lines up. So this one goes here, black goes to black. It was working before, so it should work again if we plug it in this way. But this wire and this wire, this one was pinned the fuck up here like 3 different times. And then over here, this black wire goes to this red wire with a red stripe. But the black stripe goes to this, and it looks like, hold on, we'll call this the, like a reveal, right? Like an unboxing. So I'm looking for this red wire. This is what? Nothing. I don't know what that went to. But this would be a ground, most likely. That would be hot, because the hot's insulated. And so now, what the fuck did they do? This goes where? So here we have another one, another reveal. What is that? Fuck, more? I can't tell what that is. Oh, it's a plug. Okay, so that just goes into that. Okay, so now this whole piece is free, and we can clean it up and defunkify it. So whatever this black and white wire were, they are not hooked up. They're right there. We can look in the book and maybe try to figure it out. It's probably some option thingamajig. This will probably be acceptable. We'll clean this back, and we can put shrink wrap on it like we're supposed to. And I know what you're saying. That's a lot of work to do just to put some carbs on. When are you going to put the carbs on? Well, I'm not now. Because now I got all this other shit to do. So I'm pretty sure this wire is supposed to plug into the back of that unit. Because there's a ground tab on the back of that over here, which would have been kind of in the way of this thing. So now I have to clean. Okay, so I'm gonna clean all this because that's just the way I am. Clean it now, you won't have to clean it later. So y'all take a break while I do some cleaning.